Talking about San Diego State stomping Utah State, which was 19-2 when they came into the building. Aztecs, it's a statement game. They had played so poorly, 3 straight road blowouts in 3 very tough venues. They turned the tables on the Aggies. Utah State walked in and got hit in the face with Aztecs defense, Aztecs energy, and the show. The Aztec fans were just to the left out of control. They trashed Utah State. If there was a police officer in the building, maybe he would have charged San Diego State's basketball team with common assault, because what they did defensively probably is against the law. But they banged them, they beat them up, they bashed the Aggies' offense, which totally went away in the middle of the first half. The forwards played with unbelievable energy. Have not really seen that much of the season. I think it's maybe the most complete game SDSU has played. And to me, I guess it's kind of like a statement game. They are now back, they think, in the Mountain West Conference playoff race. And obviously, we got 3 to 4 weeks left before we get to the Mountain West Conference tournament. Jay Powell and Micah Parrish, who've been MIA for a large chunk of the season, combined for 30 points, ton of rebounds, block shots. The guards, which have run hot and run cold, they combined for 26 points, and Jaden Ledee went double figures for the first time. He didn't have guys draped all over him. He got a lot accomplished. San Diego State hit 9 threes. They were down by 7 early. Utah State could not convert, started missing all their threes. Next thing you know, it's a 15-point San Diego State lead. And the Aggies, man, the look in their eyes and their face, their body language, 12 turnovers, 21 fouls, 6 for 23 from the arc, and they shot a miserable 41%. And I watched the Aztecs from the middle of the first half on. Their defense made every Utah State possession hard. They never let them get into their offense. Now they go back on the road. Hope there's not an ambush coming. They got to play at Air Force. Then they're going to play at Nevada on Friday. And they still have a trip to Logan, Utah. And I can imagine Utah State saying, we'll see your ass up in Logan because you're coming in here the last week of the season. What a complete game. Dutcher, last time we saw him, was red-faced, screaming, slamming his chalkboard in front of his players. The poor road game. They got the message, and that was a pretty quick turnaround. You know, from getting your doors blown off on Thursday, coming back and playing with that kind of anger in your eyes on Saturday. So huge win, San Diego State. And John Riley says, are they back?
Are we back? I think so. I'm encouraged. There's a number of things that happened in this game that caught my attention. Obviously, Dutcher changed the lineup, which he and Steve Fisher, going back years, rarely ever do that. And so they removed, Elijah Saunders and Micah Parrish, put in Jay Powell and a guy who really should be a starter in Darian Trammell. And it seemed to really change the energy. And the dudes that were now coming off the bench, they weren't, moping around. They came out and they had great games, Micah and Elijah Saunders. So that was really cool, that way that dynamic worked. But at the same time, they had 20, 25 former Aztec players that were in the house to support their guys. And, when Lamont Butler, or not Lamont Butler, but Micah Parrish hit one of those threes from deep, he gets out the Adam Seiko, phone. And so it just had all the good vibes, and it's all in Viejas Arena. I love it all. That's great.
And those fans, they were beyond out of control, but it was cool. But only counts as one. And
it's still a good one. I mean, it was the first place team they knocked off.
Yeah. Oh, they whacked them.
Yeah. So what? They're going on the road to Air Force. That's never an easy out. Then they're going to go on the road to Nevada.
Steve Alford and those guys, and that's not easy at all.
I'm going to be at that game. So I'll be the guy with the red and black somewhere amongst all the blue and white.
Okay. So we got San Diego State. That was a huge, complete game victory on Saturday at SDSU. From